guess what angle you want.
Jesus.
Put it in then, pass.
Put it in.
Yeah.
Cheeky bitch.
There you go.
After weeks of looking forward to this trip, we finally headed down to Hartley Lands for 4 days on the bank. Going into it, we genuinely had no idea how the fishing was going to be. The lake had only just reopened after the fish looked like they were close to spawning, so it felt like this session could really go either way. For this trip, we started out on Nick's Lake. This is a large lake with 17 swims and up to 12 anglers at a time, which makes it really nice, so you've always got options. Also a healthy stock of carp, with carp going up to 40 pounds and multiple 30s in there. Once we arrived, the first thing we did was spend some time watching the water and trying to find any signs of fish before committing to a swim. Okay, so I was meant to be on peg 6, still got my rod bag there, but I've moved down to peg 5 because I have just seen a weapon of a carp jump out by that margin. I started with a bright yellow pop-up in a PVA bag in the area that I saw the fish show, hoping for a quick bite. To be honest, day one actually ended up being a pretty slow day. There wasn't a lot happening out on the lake, and because of that, I didn't really pick up the camera too much for the rest of the day. One of my mates managed to catch a small common towards the evening, which was nice to see after such a quiet day, but apart from that, there really wasn't much going on. We went into the first night hoping things might switch on after dark, but it stayed completely dead. There was lots of signs of fish, but no bites. And honestly, it already felt like the session was going to be harder than we expected. Okay, good morning. Sorry, I haven't really been able to talk while I've been here. I've been with a few mates and just not really had the time to sort of chat to a camera properly. It's currently the first morning of Hartley Lands Nick's Lake, and we have had nothing through the night. A mate of mine caught a 12-pound common last night, just before dark. But we've had absolutely nothing since then. So we are thinking about moving on the lake, so I'm just having a little wander around. It's currently 5 AM. And we're not really seeing a lot of action, to be honest. But we shall continue looking and give you guys an update. Okay, we're now in peg 1. We've moved. I've made the move down this end of the lake. I just wasn't seeing anything where I was. A mate of mine did just have a fish near me, near this swim. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we have something. We've still got 3 days left, including today. So plenty of time to catch, but I think I had to make the move. I just wasn't where they were, basically. We've seen a lot boshing and jumping down this way, so hopefully we have one. Okay, been in this spot for a few hours now. I had a drop back earlier. I've pulled the rig out, checked the hook, checked the bait. I've actually downsized a little bit. I was using a 16mm pop-up, so I've downsized it because of that little drop back I had, just in case it's the bait size. I had some fish showing sort of quite far out into this swim. I think it's about 14 wraps out, but I have hit a nice little, to be honest, the whole lake bed is just gravel, so pretty much anywhere that I'm casting out, I'm presenting well. And then I've got my other one off in the margin, just underneath a little willow tree, so I'm in some really nice carpy spots. So hopefully we can have one this afternoon, that would be beautiful. If not, the evening I'll take quite happily. But I'm now sort of almost 36 hours into this session, still on a blank. Both of my mates have both had fish, nothing major, but yeah, I mean, they're still caught, which I haven't. Then my mate managed to have another common. This one was a little bit bigger than the first one. Seeing a few fish show definitely gave us a bit of confidence, but honestly I just wasn't feeling the lake at this point, and I was sort of 50-50 whether I was going to move in the morning, either lake completely or just swim. We've had yet another drop back. This one was on the floor a minute ago. I was over in my mate's swim, and yeah, my receiver went nuts. So it literally sounded like a run. Got here, bobbing on the floor, no fish on the end. Not going good, but seeing some very carpy signs over here, so hopefully tonight we get one out. At this point, one of my mates went home. It was just me and another mate of mine who stayed on for a little bit longer. We got a little bit bored, so we went on the little match lake behind us, just with a little float and a bit of bread on a hook, and we managed to actually catch a couple out of here. Come on. A proper fire, man. See what I mean? Bang, little common in the net. Nice little common off the top with a bit of bread. No, that's second one. Oh, off the top with bread, yeah. Had a mirror earlier, but yeah. Okay, I'd just been woken up to my alarm again. I had a massive drop back on my left hander. I don't know what's going on this lake. I've had 3 like huge drop backs and 1 beep in 48 hours, which is a bit weird. The fish were like starting to spawn on this lake, and we called the bailiff before we came, just to see what was going on, and he said they sort of looked like they were going to, and then they switched off again and just carried on like normal. Apparently this happened last year and they spawned about a month later. But I'm wondering if like some of the fish are ready and they're not feeding like as confidently as they normally would be because they're ready to spawn. It's a very weird situation to be in. But yeah, this is turning out to be a very tricky lake, so I don't know whether today, for the last 36 hours that I have on this trip, I don't know whether I'm going to switch lake, because I've got Bramley next door, which has apparently been fishing really well. Yeah, it's a tricky call to make. A mate of mine has left, and he was in a nice swim over there. He actually had 2. Whether I jump in his swim or not, I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep you updated. It's been a very, very difficult session. Alright, sitting in my mate's swim at the moment. I've packed up. My barrow is behind me. My bivvy and everything is in my car, and I've actually moved the car over to Bramley. I've called the bailiff, and I've made the switch. So I'm just sort of, there's an angler at the moment in swim 2. I want to be in swim 3, but fishing where he is in swim 2. So yeah, I'm just waiting for him to leave and I'll be over there. Okay guys, we've made the move to Bramley. I'm all set up. I didn't really film any of it because I just wanted to get the rods back out. I'm not really seeing an awful lot here. I've seen a couple fish jump, but the guy that has just left, he was in the swim next to me. He's given me a few pointers as to where he was having them. He's had 6, I think he said he had, in like a 24-hour or just over a 24-hour session. these are the rigs that I'm using. I don't know if that's focused, but trusty old spinner rig on a bit of end trap hook link with some putty and a bright pink pop-up. On my other one I've got a yellow pop-up that's coated in pango goo. But yeah, let's get this out. Things stayed quiet for the rest of the evening, so eventually I got my head down for the night. But compared to the other lake, I definitely had a better feeling about this one. Okay, we are onto a carp. I shall try and land it, and I'll show you guys, hopefully. Come on. Okay, my right hand rod absolutely fucking ripped off. I think I might have a PB in the net, because that is a chunky common. So let's go around and weigh it. It's 31 pound. It's a 31 pound. Yes. Absolutely on the dot, 31. That's taken off the weight of my sling too. Wow. Wow, 31 pound common out of Bramley. That's a new PB. And the hard work has paid off. £31 of common carp. What a beauty. Let's get back. Okay, good morning guys. I didn't have anything else throughout the night, but I can't complain. £31 common at about 12:30 last night. I was kind of annoyed because I put it back and then I looked at the footage afterwards and I realised that my head was actually not in the majority of that video. Luckily, I'd kind of crouched a bit more in the second one I took so that I could get a decent photo with it, but I still didn't get a great photo, but it's alright. So this is my last day here at Hartley's. I want to try and nick one more, but if I don't, it is what it is. I've beat a PB, I'm quite happy with that. I'm just going to redo both of them, fresh new PVA bag, fresh hook bait, in similar spots to where I was, and hopefully can nick another one. Very happy that I made the move to Bramley, because it just wouldn't have happened on nicks. It just wasn't happening, like, end of really. Like, there were some fish coming out, but it was so, like, I don't know, the fish just weren't feeding. They just weren't having it in there, so the move was definitely the best plan. And mate, I can't complain, I had an absolute banger out last night. Okay guys, we are almost all packed up. I've got pretty much everything on the barrow. Got the rods still out. I'm seeing a lot of rippling over where my right hander is, but it's just whether I get something in the last 10 minutes or not, I very much doubt. But yeah, just got these bits, rod bag behind me, all ready to go. I mean, I've had an amazing trip, even though I haven't had that many fish. I have broken a PB, so I can't really complain about that. Weird 4 days, but it was all worth it in the end. Okay, that is Hartley's done. As you can see, I'm back in the car. Yeah, finished with Hartley's 4-day trip. Only one fish. It was a bit of a brutal one. I knew it was going to be, well, I had a feeling it might be hard because of the spawning situation. It's been a bit of a tricky session, but I had a PB, I had a 31 pounder, so I can't really complain too much. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. It's a bit of a weird, I think I'll probably like sort of grow into filming a bit better. It's been quite weird. I've also obviously been with mates, so it's been a bit of a social thing, so I don't always want to be talking to a camera, filming everything we do. So I didn't actually film them having any of their fish. I just have the photos, which I'll probably use in the video if they're all right with it. But yeah, I will definitely be trying to make some more videos of some of my fishing trips, because yeah, they're usually a bit more eventful than this one has been.